Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Today I want to share my first impressions of the GoPro MAX 2, GoPro's new 360 camera. I was excited about this release because it has been many years since the original Max came out. That camera was released about 5 or 6 years ago, and for a long time people have been waiting for a new version. The 360 camera market has moved forward with competition from Insta360 and DJI. So it was about time GoPro made its move. Competition is good for all of us as consumers. It gives us more choice, pushes companies to innovate, and helps keep prices in check. That is why I was looking forward to seeing what GoPro would bring with the Max 2. Now, like any new tech product, the GoPro Max 2 has its strengths and weaknesses. Overall, I am pleased with the performance, but there are a few points that left me a little disappointed. The biggest one is the sensor. GoPro decided to use the same 1/2.3-inch sensor that was in the original Max. For a product that took this long to arrive, that feels like a missed opportunity. Most of the competition has moved to larger sensors that perform better in difficult lighting. The Max 2 also runs on the GP2 processor, which is not new either. This is not a huge problem in bright daylight, but it does make a difference in low light. And by low light, I don't just mean filming at night. Even in situations like shooting under trees, at sunrise, or during sunset, the small sensor struggles. The Insta360X5 and the new Osmo 360 both do a better job in these conditions because of their larger sensors and more powerful chips. That is why it feels like GoPro played it safe instead of going all in with upgrades. Considering that GoPro does not release new 360 cameras every year, this one might have to last 3 or 4 years. It would have been nice to see more future-proof hardware inside. One area that did improve is the battery. The Max 2 comes with an Enduro battery, which performs better in the cold. If you enjoy skiing, snowboarding, or other winter activities, the battery will hold up better than standard GoPro batteries. The downside is that it does not support quick charging. Many modern cameras let you reach 80% charge in just 20 minutes, but the Max 2 still takes much longer. That does not affect video quality, but it is inconvenient, especially when you need to get back out filming quickly. Video performance, however, is solid. The footage looks sharp and clear, especially for a 360 camera. GoPro also made the lens removable, which is very useful. If you damage a lens while out filming, you could just twist it off and replace it without needing tools or calibration. This is much easier compared to the Insta360X5, which requires more work. The trade-off is that the Max 2 lenses have a bigger bubble shape, which can create unwanted light reflections. That is something I noticed right away when reviewing my clips. It is a common issue with 360 cameras, but it seemed a bit stronger on the Max 2 than on some competitors. Another area that stood out is dynamic range. A 360 camera has to expose 2 lenses at once in every direction, so it is always a challenge. On the Max 2, I noticed parts of the footage would blow out, especially the sky. While riding through trails, for example, the open sky often looked pure white. Other cameras like the Insta360X5 and Osmo 360 handled this better in my experience. The Osmo in particular seemed to do the best job at keeping details in bright areas. Still, this is a problem shared by all 360 cameras, and if you film in open areas with consistent lighting, you will notice it less. One feature I really liked is the single lens mode. Not everyone wants to shoot in 360 all the time, and having the option to switch modes makes the Max 2 much more versatile. In single lens mode, you can use it like a normal action camera without spending time reframing footage. The results look really good, and you get several field of view options. Max Hyperview gives you a super wide shot, though with heavy distortion. Ultra wide, wide, and linear views are also available, with linear reducing distortion. On top of that, horizon lock works beautifully. You can spin the camera in any direction and the horizon stays perfectly level. It is easy to turn on and off whenever you need it. For people who post on different platforms, the Max 2 also makes it simple to switch between 16:9 for YouTube and portrait mode for social media. The audio is one area that feels behind. The built-in microphones are usable, but the sound is a bit muffled and muddy. It works fine for casual clips, but it does not compete with DJI's audio systems. You can connect Bluetooth microphones like AirPods, which helps, but it is not the best solution. For activities like moto vlogging or even regular vlogging, better built-in audio would have been nice. In terms of reliability, the Max 2 has been fine so far. I have not experienced overheating or freezing issues, even when recording at 8K while moving on a bike. To be fair, I do not usually film for more than 10 minutes at a time in 360, since the files get very large. For shorter clips, the camera stayed cool. I will be testing it further against competitors to see how long it can last in continuous recording, but early signs are good. The mounting system is another highlight. GoPro included 3 options. You get a standard quarter 20 mount, the classic GoPro folding fingers, and the newer magnetic mounts. The magnetic mounts are especially convenient. They attach securely, they are reversible, and they make setup quicker. Having multiple mounting choices makes the Max 2 more flexible for different situations. On the software side, the GoPro Quick app is decent, but not as advanced as Insta360's app. It has the main tools you need for reframing and tracking, but it feels more basic overall. For casual users, it is fine. For advanced editors, it might feel limited. The desktop app is also said to be missing many advanced features, which could be a problem for people who prefer editing on a computer. Still, the basics are there, and it will come down to personal preference. One extra feature I liked is that GPS is built into the Max 2. With competitors, you often need extra accessories to add telemetry data. On the Max 2, it is included, which makes it easier for people who like to overlay stats on their videos. After a few days of testing, my overall impression is that the GoPro Max 2 is a solid camera with some smart design choices. The footage looks great, it is versatile, and it is reliable. At the same time, I cannot say it fully lived up to the hype. GoPro had many years to work on this, and while they delivered a good camera, they did not push the technology forward as much as they could have. The small sensor, older processor, average microphones, and lack of quick charging all hold it back a little. Competitors like the Insta360X5 and DJI Osmo 360 offer some advantages in those areas. For people who enjoy GoPro cameras and want something easy to use, the Max 2 is still a strong option. The simplicity of the lens system, the solid single lens mode, and the reliable image quality all make it enjoyable to use. But if you want the best low-light performance, wider dynamic range, or stronger audio, you may want to look at the other 360 cameras on the market. In the end, it comes down to what you value most. The GoPro Max 2 does not reinvent the category, but it is a capable and versatile tool. If you buy it, you will likely be happy with the results, even if it doesn't feel groundbreaking. I will be sharing more detailed comparisons with the Insta360X5 and Osmo 360 soon, and that should give a clearer picture of how each one stacks up. Thanks for watching Spec Hunter. I hope this gave you a clear idea of what to expect from the GoPro Max 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with the latest videos.